So I got a new sled today. It was $70. And then I got this pad and that tarp. And in the backpack there's some string and some fire starter, a shovel in there, and a chair. I'm gonna go make a camp. It's kind of hidden out here in the woods. So I got a little more ways to go before I get to where I'm going, and then I'll show you some more stuff. So I think I'm going to do it in here. You can see there's that area of pine needles there is basically flat, and in the trees here you can see some dead branches. I'm going to cut those out because they're in the way, and probably use those for camouflage, camouflage and support and everything. So I think I'm going to build it in there. But I'm going to have a look around here just to see if there's a better spot. But this is where it's looking at the moment. Okay, so this is my new spot. It's this isn't really showing the camera, but this log here is pretty big. And then that log I'm thinking of it being, haven't really figured it out yet. Probably right in there is where the bodies will be. And the tarp will go across. This tree will have to come out. And maybe that one. Well, that one's dead anyways. Because the forest is quite thick in here. Lots of little dead trees. But it's quite a slope out that way. So it's kind of cool. Anyway, this is what we're going to try. Here's my stuff. My dog eating ice. Okay, so that's what I've got. I have no idea. There was no planning to this other than I figured the entry is going to be here. Enter in that way. It's not going to be very tall. It's kind of probably hard to tell in the video, but you definitely crawl in there. I might be able to, if I wanted to, I could probably dig all this out a bit. But for now, I think the next thing is to get a roof on here. So I got that tarp. I'm going to see if I can finagle it onto here somehow. And we'll see what happens. Luigi. Okay. So I'll give you the 365 degree view. Obviously you can see my sled. The shelters, that's the entrance to the shelter. I got some branches on top to kind of break up because the tarp's kind of shiny brown. Anyway, come around over here. From here, you can kind of see in real life, I know in the video it doesn't show, but you can see a little bit of the tarp right there, but it is hard to see because it's a dark brown, which is pretty good for this area. And then here, again, you can kind of just see little spots of the tarp. And then here, this is where it really starts to come into view. I don't think it's showing in the video. Somebody's shooting nearby. But that whole chunk right there is basically tarp covered by a few branches. We'll get closer to it here. You should be able to see it better now. You can see that brown. It really does blend in though. And a little bit of blue right down there because the inside of the tarp's blue. Anyway, that's I guess the west side there. That's where the weather would come from sometimes, usually. I didn't really even tie it down over here. I just like put sticks on it and some rocks and stuff. So this is an experiment. And then here, the south side, there's kind of a, you can look out there. So that's kind of cool. Still the south side. And now we're coming around towards the entrance. And I did kind of dig this out a little more, but it's still pretty low clearance. I would say from here to the ground, depends because it's angled. On the very extreme end, that's probably 1.5 feet, 2 feet, and on the biggest end from there to the ground, it's probably 2.5 feet. So an average, say, of 2 feet, which 24 inches, you know, that's not much. Because I know tents have higher ceilings than that. But in fact, when you go inside, it is a little taller in here. Because the front end is these poles that are supporting the center are higher than those poles on the edge. So the height, Yuji's licking my ear. I don't know if you can see him. He's being very friendly. And whoa, Yuji bumped it. So that's our view. Yuji, what are you doing? Come over here. That's our view out of the tent or shelter. And yeah, so this took me about 1.5 hours to build this, I think. And I'm going to leave it up for a while, see if, come here, see if it holds up, and then maybe spend the night in it sometime soon. Okay, so that's about it. Apparently, Yuji likes it, because I just got out, and he's sitting in there. What are you doing, pup? Did you like it in there? Yes. Yes. I do, puppy. Oh, yes. So, also, I'll tell you where this is at. This is on the flanks of 4 Mile Butte. If you find it, you can use it. It'd be on the south side of 4 Mile Butte. I don't know if you'd want to use it, but and I'm going to leave that pad in there. And if anybody comes here and steals that tarp and that pad, I'm out $15 because that's what those I paid for those today at the military surplus store. So I don't really care that people know where it's at. You can come and use it if you feel like you need the stuff and you got to take it. That's cool. Take it. If you know a homeless person, this is too far out for homeless people, but it's here.